Hello everyone, I'm Melinda, NailFanatic of Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot, NailFanatic's Artistry Design Studio, and Pure Romance. And I'm going live right now because I wanted to share something that I was just researching that I found very, very beautiful. So I'm sitting here doing my nails and I have visitors. And my visitors were these 3 little winged ants. They came to my desk and sat around and visited me for a little bit. And they were non-violent. They were just like walking around looking for my attention. So I looked up to see what I could find out there about ants, but before I did that, I stopped and considered for myself, well, what do I know about ants? I thought about how they come in great numbers. I thought about how that one time I got bit a few times and on my feet and my ankles and stuff, and that really hurt. Oh my God, swole up really bad. But somebody had left some food out, so they have really strong noses. So then I did some research, and what I found was actually this Christian pastor who was relating the ants to all the scripture and the Bible teachings and stuff like that. But what I really liked about it, being not part of any religion, was that he was just talking about, you know, the facts about the ants. So I really appreciated it. And some of the facts that he talked about was that there's over 12,000 different species of ants. And that what I really liked about them too was that ants can lift, they're so strong, they can literally lift 20 times their own body weight, which is crazy because they're tiny as hell. So one individual ant with its little tiny body is, if you bring it up to scale, it's technically stronger than a human being, because if it was a 7-year-old child with the scaled strength of an ant to human scale, then that 7-year-old would be able to lift a car, this guy said. And I say, you know, I don't know how accurate those numbers are or those facts are, but it makes sense because I went to Colima one time and I saw the ants, and they were walking a path in front of me, and they were all carrying leaves and twigs, and I don't know what they were getting ready to do, but these were some amazing Mexico ants. They were huge, and they were carrying these big old pieces that were so much larger than them, and just walking in their little path, you know. One thing that I thought was dope that this guy brought out, he says, ants don't have ears. They hear through vibration. They sense vibration. They don't even have ears. I'm like, that's dope. I love that. So it also deals with working with other people. They have a hive mind. They don't have a boss. They don't have no one dictating orders. Hey, you go over here, you go over there. But they have a hive mind, and they instinctually know how to work with their hive. And so I'm looking at all of these things, and I'm looking at the fact that I had these 3 ants come into my space just now, and I just see that, you know, all the work, all of the preparing things is awesome, because ants prepare for the winter. They store stuff up. When it's harvest time, they take and they store away, so that way when it's not harvest time, they have plenty. And they're very, very convicted, ants are. I just found out too that when ants fight, they fight to the death. And I was like, that's pretty interesting. They're so convicted about whatever is their position that they literally will carry it out for so long. And the queen ants, they have wings, which was awesome because the 3 little ants that I saw today were all winged. And they lay millions of eggs. One queen ant will lay millions of eggs in her lifetime, and she'll have a very long life. So I thought that was awesome because it was like, you know, one person really sticking to what they do. Namely, at this point, me, because I'm the one that saw the ants. But somebody else will find this message, and yes, it's you too. Can touch so many lives. I mean, the queen ant actually has many lives that she lays eggs for. And then it's really interesting because it says the colonies only survive shortly after the queen does die. Say something was to happen to the queen ant. Well, the rest of them are going to kind of give up because somehow it's all connected. It's a hive mind. So I'm looking at the interconnectivity between us. But the ant is instinctually wise. The ant is instinctually wise. So if you ever see and your intuition gets tickled when you look at ants, understand the wisdom of the ants. They are stronger than they look like, and so are you. They instinctually know exactly what to do, and so do you. They don't have ears, they feel vibration, and so can you. Hello, Keisha, I saw your comment. And I think that's really awesome. I think that may be something to do definitely with that whole high mentality. Like, I'm not a bioengineer or a biologist or a plantologist or an animalologist or a zoologist or whatever, insectologist, whatever is the proper word. But it seems like, you know, by sensing vibration, that's what they hear with. They have no ears. They sense through vibration. And if ants can do it, we can do it, damn it. And that's why sometimes you were like uncomfortable around someone. You might have thought that they didn't like you. You might have thought something else crazy. But you were just sensing an uncomfortableness, and it wasn't necessarily always from you. Maybe it was that person also uncomfortable sometimes. It's a vibrational universe, and whatever it is, whether it's a person, an object, a situation that you're attracting it by vibration, and ants are excellent vibration. So if you've seen ants talking to you, spiritually passing a tickle to your intuition, God putting them in the most mysterious places in front of you, or it happening repeatedly day after day after day, or something to that effect, understand that it's a great thing to ask what is your vibration? What are you vibrating right now? What type of energy and vibration are you giving off right now? Because, oh, that's awesome, because just like the hive mind is a response to vibration, likewise your world is a response to vibration. Likewise, your vibe attracts your tribe. That's pretty dope. All I knew is I had to get on YouTube and talk to you guys about the ants. They work very hard. They're very diligent. They don't give up. They don't quit. Oh, and some of you who are into my nails now, you can see me do my nails. Left-handed at that, because I'm laying acrylic on my right hand. And I feel like it's awesome because that's what I've been doing for myself. Like, I've really been a busy worker ant, queen ant, whatever kind of ant I was. It doesn't matter. Whatever kind of ant I would symbolize now is awesome because I'm seeing that I have what I need. I've set myself up in a beautiful place. So I definitely got that energy too for you. Like, if you're seeing the ant message, if you went on to YouTube today, whenever today is and that you find this, and right now you're watching this, whenever right now is that you're watching it, and you're saying to yourself, yes, I've been working my ass off. I've been building this business. I've been practicing. I've been studying. I've been learning. I've been painting. I've been building. I've been doing. I've been saying. I've been showing. I've been... Whatever it is that you've been doing that matters so much to you. And then you have this ant come to your path. And you say, let me go to YouTube and see if there's any videos about ants. And you happen to find this one. It's definitely an invitation to check your vibration. What are you vibrating? What is your point of focus? Because where focus goes, energy flows. What do you want to do with that? Are you pleased with where it is? Is this a kudos, or is this a adjustment message for you? How is this a message? Is this a message of recognition that, hey, I've been doing the damn thing and I know where my vibration is because I know it's right where I left it. And it makes you smile? Or does it make you upset? Anyways, the ant hears all things through vibration, and understand that although you do have physical ears, you live through vibration. It's because your heart is pumping. That is a vibration. And the way you live is a vibration too. And you can set it the way that works best for you. But it's a conscious decision. It's a responsible choice. It means I take responsibility that I realized that I attracted all of these situations that I didn't really like. I attracted relationships that were purely sexual instead of romantic. Or I attracted romantic relationships instead of purely sexual relationships, because all I was thinking about was people who want to settle down instead of people who just want to have casual fun. Or vice versa. Because people don't always understand that it's not if you say, oh, I want somebody who's not going to cheat on me. You're saying you want somebody who's not going to cheat on me. But why do you even bring up the word cheat? Because the universe heard somebody who cheats. That's the subject matter of whatever you're thinking about is your core vibration. So if you wanted to switch the somebody that cheats vibration to the somebody who's faithful vibration, then it's time to start saying what you really want instead of what you don't want. You would say, I want somebody who's faithful. If you say, and then, hold on now, okay. And then there's the word want. Like, wanting is an implying of not having. Oh my goodness. The vibration of the word want will leave you wanting, I'm hearing. Oh God. Yes, this is true. This is true. And that's a hard word to lose from my vocabulary. As long as I've been doing this, and as long as I've been thinking this, like, I haven't found any real long-term stability in letting out the idea of being wanting. Because when you're wanting, you're saying, I'm wanting. And I feel, and everybody might have their own standpoint on this, but I feel that for me, what worked best is being grateful for what I do have that matches what I'm looking forward to having more of. So, like, I knew that I could be more pleased with my living conditions. In other words, I had a decent place. It was acceptable. It was up to code. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It was actually a decent apartment. But I wanted to be in a house. And, you know, yeah, there are actual tactical steps you take to making that happen. You prepare yourself financially. You prepare yourself mentally. You gotta go look for a place and all that stuff. But it's one thing to do it when you're not vibrationally prepped, and it's a whole nother world if you're prepped vibrationally. So before it ever came time to actually go and look for a house, I remember one night when all of the children were asleep, I laid in this 3-bedroom apartment and I gave gratitude. And in the dark, I literally just went over all the things that I appreciated about where I was that would be the same about where I wanted to be and where I knew I would be. And that's a big part of it, was that I knew it would work. And so what I did was with the lights off, I said, you know, it's so comfortable laying in my bed. I love having my own room. I love that everyone has their own room. I love that my vehicles are safe. I love that my belongings are safe. I love that we have room for all of our things in this house. Now, mind you, in the apartment. Now, mind you, one of the things for me was, yes, we did have adequate space for all of our belongings. Hey, girl. And, but I would like, at that time, I was enjoying the idea of having more space. I wanted more space. I wanted more space. I wanted a space enough to have all of our belongings and still have vast open spaces. And so I just gave gratitude for the space that I had. I gave gratitude for the things that I did in my home, for the meals that I shared with people who I loved, for the birthdays, for the showers, for everything about where I lived. And I lined up magically, I felt, with a place that was exactly what I wanted. Because I told my daughter, I said, when we move out of here, I think it would be nice if we moved into a house that has enough bedrooms for everybody, a 2-car garage. It'd be dope if it was in a gated community, just a really spacious and open house. And the mini mansion I found is perfect. Love it. My mini mansion. And it's fun to watch my grandsons ride their bikes through my house because they're 2 and 3, and I'm not going to let them outside by themselves with their little matching red bikes. And it's fun to be able to host holidays and dinners for everyone at my house when I want to, and have family members come over. But see, the thing of it was, when I was laying in that bed in that apartment, that we used to do this stuff over there too. See? And I gave gratitude for ability to do that stuff, and how much fun times we had and all the great photos that I have as the memories of it. And when I found this place, it just all fell into place. So nice, because I mean, the house was on the market for 3 months. When the property management approved somebody, which was a challenge enough because everybody didn't qualify because of their credit or because of the deposits, or they had like an income ratio, like you had to make so much income, all that stuff. So they approved us, but the lady who was the realtor, she said, you know, the owner, because I'm renting, but this is a house that I would love to continue to rent. I absolutely love it. Anyways, she said, even though the property management company has approved several people, the owner has not. And I'm like, oh, okay. I said, well, don't worry about it. He was just holding my house for me. And yeah, it took no time for the approval. They wanted their deposit and all of the fees and stuff like that. So yeah, we moved in. Everything's been beautiful. And it was because I feel like it went so magical. Yeah, it was because we went to see a house. But it was also because I prepped my groundwork by making peace with where I was, while inviting what I was experiencing and appreciating about where I wanted to move to in that moment that I was there. Now, it was really interesting because when it came time to move, my daughter's vehicle had some problems, and so I hired a overnight mechanic who was mobile to come to my home, and a job that probably would have cost, you know, $100 and something in a mechanic shop ended up costing $385. But I was so happy to pay him because I had the money, and I wanted my daughter to drive safely, and I wanted it fixed now, not tomorrow or next week or whenever. I needed it fixed now. I wouldn't have my daughter even drive one day in a car that was dangerous like that for her mechanically. So when we went to go see this house, I knew it was ours. I knew it was ours because y'all know I pay attention to numbers. So remember, I spent $385 to fix the car. The lady gave us the gate code, and I didn't look at the message until the morning when we were headed over there. We were literally at the gate by the time I looked at the gate code closely. And I had it for a few days on the phone. The gate code was with 0385. 0385. It wasn't 0358. Not 385. It was 358. So it was the same numbers, but they were twisted around. And then I found out about the magical school thing, and then later on, something about the Fibonacci sequence stayed on my mind. So I looked it up. And what I found was the mathematical representation of this fingerprint of God is what the Fibonacci sequence is 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, which is exactly the code to my housing community where my house is. And so I love it because it was a sign. It was a sign of beautiful, empowering things that I would do, and that the fingerprint of God is all in my life. You know, and when I believe that, hey, you know what, I see I have this money right here, I can spend it on that. I still have everything I need. I never did miss the extra money I spent on fixing the car for my daughter, but I'm so glad I did, because that became part of this story. This story might not be as awesome if I didn't fix the car for $385. When these numbers came into my life, they might not have stuck out to me like they did. And then, here I am, sitting in my studio doing my nails for probably the 385th time. I don't know. I've been doing it since I was 12 years old. That's a really long time. And all I do know is when the ants came by, my intuition got tickled. And I started thinking about what I know about ants. And I thought about how hard they work. And I thought about how they work together. And I thought about how they're very community oriented. And I thought about our Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat that we're doing here in Vegas. And I thought about the effect of it. And I thought about how everything that I am doing in business, my whole motto for my business is that I can build businesses that leave love, peace, and happiness in their wake, and entrepreneurs where possible. And so it's very community minded, it's very community oriented. The message that I got about the ants totally resonates to me. If any of you have any intuitive thoughts about the ants, please do put them down in the comments of this video. This video will continue to be up, because at some point somebody's gonna be looking for this video talking about, I had a dream about ants last night. What does it mean? Check your vibration. Where's your vibration? Understand that you're a vibrational being living an experience, and your vibration and your sensitivity to it is always there to help you feel your way to, literally feel your way to where you want to be. So laying in my bed, thinking about what was the same between the place I was at and the place I would move to, I was feeling my way to a beautiful manifestation of a home that I really, really love. And it's in the area I wanted it in, and it's so beautiful. I mean, I just love it. I just felt like it's so magical for me. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And some of y'all might be interested in my nails, so I figured, oh, they could see how I do my nails by myself, left-handed, because I've had that question before, like, how do you do both hands? Fucking awesome, that's how. I could see, like, your comment. I don't know who you are that's commenting, fucking awesome, that's how, with the ha 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 and the laughing emojis with the little crying eyes. Yeah, I totally saw that. So anyways, oh yay, it feels so good to have my acrylic all filled in. Oh my god, it feels so good. I don't know if any of you wear nails or whatever, but the longer your nails are, the more you feel the flex of the natural nail when the natural nail needs filling in with new acrylic. And so when you get them on, you feel secure. Who said they starting to do their own nails? Oh snap, Princess Boop. Hey Sable, I'm glad you're on with us. Who else is on here? Let's do roll call. Come on, give me some roll call, y'all. I see Keisha. Thank you so much for the compliment. Keisha says I'm looking pretty this evening. Not bad. I've been in here. I filled my toes and painted my toes. I got this midnight blue on my toes, and then I got some silver glitter on one toe and a stripe of silver glitter down my big toes. It's so cute. Anyways, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with my hands next. I see Nancy's here. Thank you. There's nothing right now. Everything is it's raw. So this design is within the acrylic. It'll never come out. And these Swarovski crystals have been there since this was way up here, and they just keep growing down. So they're not coming off anytime soon, because that's a lot of crystals. Y'all don't even be knowing how long it takes to put all them things on there. The rose is in the acrylic. What else do I have? The rest of this is all colored acrylic and glitter acrylic. And they glow in the dark. Who knew that my nails glow in the dark? Did any of you already know that my nails glow in the dark? I'm just curious, because my nails glow in the dark. I'm going to show you. Let me put them in this light real quick, because this light gives them UV light. And it like makes them be on fire. The other time that's really awesome to see them is if I come in from a sunny day, because outside sun is the most powerful UV light, right? So you can see them on fire, and you don't even have to do nothing. You just walk in. You don't have to turn out no lights. You'll be able to know that they're glowing, and if the lights are out, they're really bright. They'll light up the room. Because the sun is so powerful. They also glow in the dark from heat. So like if I was to get in a hot tub or put my fingernails under some hot running water, they will heat up and they'll be warm, and then they'll glow more. So here in Vegas in the summertime, glow in the dark nails are dope, because you walk into any casino, grocery store, whatever, and your nails, everybody's like, oh my God, your nails are glowing. And it's like, yep, they sure are. Oh my God, I just have to confess, I hung up the phone on somebody today. I have a rule, and whenever I break my rule, I'm like, why did I break my rule? Rules are there for a reason. You set your own standards for a reason. Follow them. So my rule was, don't answer the phone. That's what you have voicemail for. See, look, the lights are on. See how they glow? Turn off that lamp, and the overlights are still on, and look at how they glow. Ooh. I love them. So now I have to file them and all of that. I like talking to you right now, so I don't know, you guys are gonna have to tell me if you can't hear me no more once I get this drill popping, because if you can't hear me, I'll just end the video. So let me see, what else do I want to talk about? This retreat, I'm super excited about the retreat. I definitely feel like the ants were messages about how important it is for me to have this retreat, because part of what I downloaded was dealing with the Christ consciousness, the time of awakening that is so strong right now. Like, how many of you know somebody personally that's like in that same thing you're in right now? Oh, good. You can hear me loud and clear. That's awesome. Because this drill makes a little bit of noise. So, I don't know, but it's like everywhere. And I'm noticing it in music. And now is the time to get in line with the hive mind, is what I'm getting off of this message too. Now is the time to get in line with the hive mind. And I was just listening to some Beyonce last night, and I don't usually really listen to Beyonce, and Beyonce has her what? Her beehive, right? And then I'm looking on Instagram, and there's the real Lil Kim Queen Bee, real Lil Kim, real Queen Bee, something like that. And I'm like, oh, so she calls herself the Queen Bee. And I'm like, okay. And again, it's just, I know it don't really mean nothing, but it does really mean something. My mind is being brought to the whole hive mind mentality. Like, this love, peace, and happiness tarot retreat, what we gonna do is raise that high mentality of love, peace, and happiness, baby. So we can leave love, peace, and happiness as our carbon footprint. We will be busy little ants out there building up things. Man, this man in this church video I was talking about earlier, do you know he had put a bunch of ants in the bathtub and was trying to drown them? When ants get on water, they link up so tight that they float. And some is on top and some is on the bottom. But if you try to push them down into the water does not penetrate their cluster. So it was pretty awesome because you can't even really like drown an ant. So that lets me know that no matter what comes up, no matter who tries to press me, no matter who tries to press my determination, my diligence, my perseverance, not penetrable. And I don't feel like, I feel like the ants very much for me. Okay, yeah. I do feel like the ants very much for me. Yes. Is, oh gosh. It's the ancestors and all of the universe and nature in support of what is going on. It's like, this is what needs to happen right now. This is like the part of a response that the universe has in place, that God has in place. You know, the frequencies I pick up, I'm not the only one. There are hundreds of people around the world talking about this type of stuff, and they've been doing it for years. Some of us allow ourselves to tap into it, and yay for us, because here we are to show others about this other vibration. They already know the vibration of poverty. They already know the vibration of stress. And they know the vibration of depression and sadness and all that stuff. And we're here to show them the vibration of love and peace and happiness, and love and peace and happiness. Love and peace and happiness, and love and peace and happiness. That's our job, you know? So if all I can do is get one person, which I've already gotten way more than one person, so let me just floss for a moment on that. If I had a caller, I would pop it. To benefit themselves from something that I said. One of my crazy ass life stories that's real, that I actually lived, right? One person, just help them see a different perspective through my experience. Then I could die in peace, I can live in peace, I can be in peace. I am at peace now because I already know I've done that. Like I said, I popped my collar. I would pop it again right now if I had one. Hey. Oh my goodness. I'm excited about this Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat because it came to me from you all. I did not say, hey, I'm going to see if I can do this and make something happen. And I had a conversation with God a long time ago. God had asked me, Melinda, are you ready? Everywhere you go, everyone you meet going to know your name, your life story, everything about you. I said, sure, I ain't got shit to hide. And what I downloaded with that was that it was important for me to speak to the people. Me speaking to you all is so important. And somehow it makes a big difference, you know? It makes a big difference that I do this. And so I was shown that I would be speaking in front of crowds. And I literally answered back when I was given that vision. I said, okay, I know how to talk. I can run my mouth. But tell me how to get all those people together now. I don't know how to do that part. That part, I just kind of do my own thing. So I'm happy with speaking to people. I have no problem. I can talk to strangers, whatever. It's no big deal. How did we get all those people organized into one place? Well, apparently the Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot community on my YouTube channel was where it came from. You know, y'all were put in my path to show me that this Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat, it's time. The time is now. And the ants came today to let me know that no matter what, this is paying off. This is paying off. And it's not even about the finances. This is not about the finances. I mean, a 3-day retreat. Have you looked at the Leo King's rates for 3 days at a retreat? I'm just saying, maybe it's not a good idea to throw names out there, but whatever, this is public information. So, you know, no salt, Leo King. I ain't throwing no salt on your game, man. Get your paper, man. Get your paper. But I don't know about no 3-day retreats for $333. And what I do know is the value of the content that is being provided is off the chain. And I don't even have all the content organized all the way yet. A lot of stuff is still up in air. But what is organized is dope, and it's worth that just by itself. Let me put that out there. The content that I have already lined up is way worth the value of what I'm giving in and of itself. Okay? And I would like to also give some of the family members, you know, an opportunity. If you want to be able to share your experience, those who've purchased their tickets, I would ask you, you know, once you purchase your ticket, if you want to share your experience, and I'll send you information on all this, you know, just let me know. Give me a brief summary of what experience you want to share and how that is going to benefit love, peace, and happiness for your brothers and sisters of humanity. Just a short paper, maybe like a half page to a page. It doesn't have to go very in depth. I want to see it first live on stage too, or in front of the whole audience with the rest of my brothers and sisters. I want to see it, okay? So if that interests you and you want to participate in that way, I would ask you to do that, because you know, you have something valuable. Man, the people that watch this channel, y'all are entrepreneurs. You are into healing arts. You are artists. You are so much. You are so much, and you have valuable insight and experiences that you can share with us, you know. And I want to hear from you. I want you to be part of this, you know. I'm really excited to bring us all together, because man, I thought I was alone for so long. I really did. I really felt very alone in my spirituality. I was so hermit. I'm not even going to say nothing about that. Sorry. I thought I was alone for so long. I really didn't have a tribe at all. And somebody was attracted to me through my nails. And he turned me on to the open mic. And you all know that years before that, I started talking to you guys. But in my daily life here, although I've had you, I didn't feel like I had a tribe. And my tribe is coming to me. It's coming through this channel. It's coming to my business. It's coming to all my businesses. It's coming into my life. Different people who value me and are like-minded and have a common vision for what humanity has within it that has been ignored and neglected for far too long. Because yeah, we can sit up here and talk about all the fucked up shit that's happening in the world today, but hello, there's hella awesome stuff that's happening right now. Somebody right now is doing some meditation, and they're sending out love to the whole planet, to all of us. And the energy of their thought vibration is reaching all time and space instantly, because only human thought vibration can do that. Human frequency does that. And so it goes to all time and space, and it goes to all of us. And somewhere in the world, somebody is winning something they really needed. Somewhere in the world, somebody is picking up something that they really needed. And right here, somebody's picking up some words that they really needed, because they're being spoken right now, wherever you are right now. I love that I get emails and text messages, and whenever we do live readings, like, I love that you are making awesome things happen in your lives. I don't even know how many life coaches and healers I have on my channel. There are a lot. A lot of you do that. And most of you read tarot as well. Most of you do. And I think that's awesome. We just gonna be like these little worker ants focused on our goal, what we're building, why we're doing what we're doing. We know why we're doing what we're doing, or do we? Do you know why you're doing what you're doing? Is there a reason for it other than to get some money or to make somebody like you, or I don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it? But the ants are asking. They asked me why I was doing it and what's my vibration, and mine is on love and peace and happiness, and love and peace and happiness. So, you know, if you want to ask yourself, and I am so excited to see you on Las Vegas. Who's coming to Vegas with me? Are you coming to Vegas? Who's going to be with me in Vegas for the Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot Retreat? Ooh, it's not a tarot retreat. It's just a retreat. You might get some tarot cards, though. I don't know. I might get some tarot cards out. We will have our Reiki massage therapist available with limited spacing available for massages. I will have, I see Sable is here. I will have a few slots available for face-to-face readings. So there'll be different add-ons you can do for the retreat if you want to. And there'll be other things that I will announce as the time goes on. But let me just say too, hello, I'm about to be 40. I'm about to be 40. Spody at 40. Yeah, baby. It's my birthday on May 6th, and that's the day we start the conference. And what a beautiful birthday present to myself than to give myself the opportunity to spend the weekend or a few days with all of you. So I'm super excited about it all. I'm being shown that if we do the work, there's so much success. I'm excited about the friendships that'll be built, about the networking. So if you have something that you feel that needs to be a part of this Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat, you know, let me know. Send me your suggestions. I can't promise that every suggestion will be implemented, but I am definitely open to your suggestions since it was your fault that it's happening. Yay! It's your fault it's happening. I'm just the one who's making the reservations and stuff. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know if there's something you got going on, because we definitely want to incorporate all the different arts as much as we can of healing and anything that's going to raise our vibration. I mean, this lady I got booked to come and to work with us, she is phenomenal. I've been wanting to take her class since I was put in front of her on a fluke when I didn't even plan to go out. It was like a last minute decision, and then I end up at her show. And because she also does lounge singing, she's a jazz singer, and so she also does that. So she does this healing work that she's going to teach us how to use sound. So that's going to be awesome. Okay. So, does anybody have something we need to talk about right now? Because I'm kind of dry on conversation. I'm used to people being in my face talking back. It's so much easier to carry a conversation. So can y'all like say something, or are we done here? I don't know. Are we done here? Are we talking? Because I feel like there's some questions. Oh, okay. I heard tell them about the question and answer session. Yes, we will be doing a question and answer session also during the retreat. There'll be an opportunity to ask questions about circumstances and situations in life and get answers in regards to, oh, thank you, Lisa. She loves listening to me. Get some practical answers. Uh-oh, we got Carol Thompson shuffling her good tarot cards. Girl, you finna pull some cards for us? Because my hands are a little bit busy right now. I can run my mouth, but my hands are a little bit busy right now. That's awesome. I love it. Talk about personal economy. Personal economy? Do you mean one's own financial state? One's own energetic economy? What clarify, my dear. Clarify it for me a little bit more. I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're putting out there. And I'm now hearing like that's a big deal. Somebody got to understand one day. Sometimes there's just not a common understanding of what's being said, so we need to check on that. Personal economy. It's 4:44 in the morning for Lee. Good morning, my dear. There'll be different, somebody's asking for the 3 days, is there going to be different activities? There'll be different activities and different information shared on different speakers and different activities, yes. But everything is love, peace, and happiness oriented. This is not a nail fetish thing, I'm just saying. Just so anybody wants to know, it's not going to be a nail fetish thing. It's not going to have nothing to do with nails. How to take care of your personal economy versus the world economy. Oh, well, that's awesome, because that's a great subject. Thank you so much for clarifying that for me, Stable. Because the world economy, okay, and all I'm hearing is Abraham. Like during the stock market crashes and the Great Depression and all that stuff, you know, not everybody lost money. Some people made a lot of money during the worst economies of the world. So the world economy does not have to be connected to your personal economy unless you decide that the world economy immediately and directly affects your own personal economy. Trust and believe that during the worst of financial times, there were artists being paid millions of dollars for a scribble on canvas. What does that say? If it was happening during some of the most worst economic global situations, Carol Thompson says, I agree with that. See, that type of stuff is going down. Somewhere in the world, there's somebody buying an $80,000 cell phone when it was a recession in the United States. Or when, you know, you gotta forgive me, I don't know the world economy very well. I know that right now, there's a lot of people looking at different forms of economy, like the whole Bitcoin thing and stuff like that. I know that your personal economy is the only one you really need to be worried about. You need to learn to mind your own business. We got the 8 of fire. This is about messages coming through and things to do and people calling and picking up the pace. Fast action. You need to mind your own business and you'll have more business to mind. Number one. That's my perspective on personal economy. And I always try to remember to share that's my perspective. This is what I've learned, because you know, you all have what you've learned, and maybe my perspective is good to share, and maybe some of the stuff I say you won't agree with, but I feel like most of you tend to share a lot of commonality with my perspectives, and for a lot of you, the stuff that I say is new, so what I'm going to say is mind your own business, and you'll have more business to mind. That's my number one on personal economy. You can skip the $300 seminar, $400 seminar with Tony Robbins, whatever he charges. It's probably a lot more than that. I'm just kidding. That was a joke, guys. That was a joke. And I'm hearing Keisha Cole say, if that's a joke, you might want to laugh. I'm laughing now. Oh, God. Yeah, I feel like if you want to increase your economic standing, which I feel like everybody does or says they do. Some say they do, but they really don't, because they don't even understand their own vibration. Like, if you hate money, you ain't trying to make more money. If you hate people that have a lot of money, you really ain't ready for having a lot of money. If you hate what people who have a lot of money do with their money, yeah, you're not laying a pathway to having a lot of money. It's just like the girl that was texting me at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she was talking about wanting her nails done, and would I be willing to do them for a normal price? At 3 o'clock in the morning, would I come in and do her nails for a normal price? No. Anyways, after a whole bunch of crazy stuff, she said, even if I was she used stars, star word in IN, like 4 stars in IN. She said, even if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't pay that much money for no nails. I said, and that's why you will not be a millionaire, because you won't spend the money. Money is energy. It's gotta flow. Carol Thompson says she's learning that principle. Thank you for sharing that. We appreciate that. And it's a principle of, if you can't be happy for somebody who has what you say you want, you are not in the vicinity of the vibration of it. You are more focused upon the lack of it. If you want to up your vibration to match it, you got to make peace with money. You got to make peace with, hey, if they got $80,000, it feels like $80 to them, and they spend it as though it's their $80, because you have to understand everything is relevant. Nails are relevant to their owner. Money is relevant to the owner as well. Just like hair. Some of y'all can't handle all this hair. Some of y'all would go fucking batshit crazy if you had hair and nails like mine. And that's okay. It's not for you. Everything is not for everyone. And guess what? For that girl who at this time, and I'm not going to say she can't change it. She could totally change it. She's the master of her own reality. Regardless of her level of mastery. But everything is not for everybody. And when you're having adverse emotional feedback, which is what your emotions are, it's emotional feedback regarding your true feeling and essence about a situation, that's letting you know it's not within your vibration. It is not within your vibration to have said thought or vision for yourself or hold it in your hand. So you're going to be that person who talking about the money grows, money is the root of all evil, and I'm the person saying money is the amplifier of the heart condition, and since I have a golden heart, I'm going to have a real expensive golden heart, and I'm going to do something with that money. You feel me? It's different. It's different depending on your perspective. Because remember, Love Source God says, oh, that's what you believe? Here you are, my beloved child. I'm the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. And whatever you believe that I have for you, I do. Here it is. Have it freely. You say money is the root of all evil? Here it is. Have it freely. Whew, I got tired of that life. And I learned that money was my friend. Money is energy just like me. Money is a means of exchanging energy so that I don't have to do nails every time I want a pair of jeans. Hello. Or stop and read everybody cards, which I actually might like that. Hey, if anybody wants to barter anything for some tarot readings, I might be down. Let me know what you got. You feel me? But it would be that way. Like, you would have to bring, Melinda would have to write a whole lot of fucking books and bring me books. The other Melinda would have to bring me a fuckload of cupcakes to be able to. She lives in fucking California. The other one's in Jersey. How is Melinda Maisonette going to bring me some books or some counseling services? And how is Melinda King from California going to bring me some cupcakes in Las Vegas to get a tarot reading right quick? That don't make no damn sense. That's why we got money. That's why money. I got money. Because I got lots of reasons for you to give me some. And I like it. And I understand how efficient it makes life. It's like the difference between dial-up on your old PC versus your iPhone X. In your palm of your hand, you can access information and community and people with a touch of a button all around the world. I am talking to somebody in the UK right now, right, Lee? I talk to her every day here on this channel. And things are in place now for those of us who have been doing the work to receive the harvest. I said that's what was going to happen with Jupiter going in, or Saturn going into Capricorn. Lee says yes, 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 because that's what money allows for. Allows for us to connect with goods and services without having to stand there and wash dishes in somebody's kitchen every time I go out to have a fine dining experience. Hello. How the hell am I going to look dressed up to the T, going out to have some fine dining experience, and then I got to go wash their dishes when I'm done? It depends on how many cupcakes. This girl said, if I bring you cupcakes, I'll be able to get a reading. It depends on how many cupcakes and how good they are. They better be good from scratch, because my daughter's a baker. She's talking mess. It's a value to value, my dear. It's value to value. You could get a 555-1 question if you bring enough cupcakes. If you bring enough cupcakes to feed the homeless, you might get a full life reading, because there's no way in hell I would be able to eat in one day $111 worth of cupcakes. But I could go feed the homeless with them. I'd be down to do that. I would so be down to do that. Somebody's at my door and they don't have an appointment. I like the way you think, Melinda. You're an enlightened person. Love it. Jellica says I'll buy them. Or you could just give me $111. You're so silly. If you go buy cupcakes for $111, I want the receipt. That's going to be ridiculous. Bartering is about, oh my God. Woman, you don't understand bartering. Bartering is not about taking your money to go get something from the store and then trade it for a service. It's about making your own good, doing your own service, doing your own thing, and trading it for what the other person does. If you're going to go buy $111 worth of cupcakes, then you might as well bring me $111. I mean, this is the principles of bartering. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Give me a shout out if I'm right. Life is good in my hood, and it's fun to have company while I'm doing my nails. What else are we talking about? We were on personal economy. Okay, does anybody have anything they want to talk about in regards to personal economy while we're here? Lee says right. Okay, see? Jellica, come on, man. All right, Carol says I'm correct as well. Carol Thompson says I'm correct as well. See? Let's talk about this part of personal economy. I'm hearing something about, you know, friends. For example, I have a friend from school, which I don't have any in the city because I'm not from this city. I didn't know anybody in this city, and then I started doing nails. Anyways, let's just say I have a friend or a family member in this city, and because I have my business, oh, you gonna hook it up? I need a family discount. I need a friend's discount. I need some shit for free. Can I get a deal? Are they trying to help my business, or are they trying to help themselves? And if I don't help them, or hold on, let's rewind. If I do help them, are they gonna always want it to be the same way? If I do help them, air quotes around that shit, to get my services at a discounted price, are they ever gonna pay full price? And how are they gonna feel when I try to make them pay full price? And what does that say about my belief and my conviction in my price and my services that I'm offering if I do that deal? Carol Thompson said, girl, yeah. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. If somebody really loves you and you got a business going, you got something you're building, they'll be happy to put full price in your pocket. And probably even tip you really well on top. Like my people tip me really well. $20 tips is all day long. I once in a while will boast about it. Well, not even boasting. I'm just letting y'all know. Somebody say I'm boasting. Whatever. But I'll post on my Facebook page, on my nail page sometimes, about my $20 tippers. I'll put $20 tippers, but if you look through and find all the tippers posts that I put over the years, you're gonna find $100 tippers, you're gonna find $35 tippers, $60 tippers, and this is on top of the bill that I give them here in my shop. Remember, I'm not cheap. My shit is $150. Just saying. So what do you want to attract? Do you want to set yourself up to be that discount shopper's favorite spot? Fuck a Walmart. Excuse my language, and I will shop at Walmart because it's convenient with some of the stuff I want, but I sure in the hell ain't get my nails done there. No, honey. No, that's not how this party goes. And it's crazy because I have a client who's like a store manager at a Walmart. So she walks by the nail salon in the Walmart and she just laughs and she's like, never. And then there's some clients or some associates that work in her store that will get their nails done at Walmart. And then they'll stop and, oh my God, your nails are so nice. When are you going to get them redone? And they're like her biggest nail groupies. They're her biggest nail groupies. And she's like, when are you going to call my lady? I already gave you my card so many times. And they're like, yeah, this one sucks. And this is that. And this one's lifting. And she's just looking at their nails. And some of them are so oblivious that they can't even see the difference or they won't acknowledge the difference. And she's just laughing inside, trying to be polite to these people. But yeah, she won't go. And she just be laughing. Somebody that wants the best for you when you're being an entrepreneur, it freeze. My phone rang and I followed my own rules. I didn't answer it. Because you know what? If you really want me, you're going to get my voicemail. It's extremely informative. It tells you where you can find all the pricing. It lets you know that I'm high-end. There's something for everyone, but I have nothing cheap in my studio. So if this is not for you, I understand, and I hope you find what you need. But I'm offering high-end services. I'm available when nobody else is available, and nobody else's quality is like mine. So I'm sticking to my standards, you know. And because I've stuck to my standards for over 9 years here in this location, and really in the industry for over 10 years now, because I was always charging, my price, I started low, and then I grew my price, and my clientele grew. And there are very few people that are still with me since way back then, but my price is my price, and I get it every time. And I'm getting ready, my God. There's no 29th this year, my daughter says. So now it actually isn't until 4 more years, Mom, to be real. You really got 4 more years. I was like, no, but yes, you're right. Because on February 29th, 2008, Anna came into my life. And I did her nails. And I've been doing her nails ever since. That's 10 years, people. Oh my God, if anybody has an amazing gift idea, I want to give her something really personal, something that she'll always have. And Anna, if you see this video, yes, I'm asking YouTube for help because I don't know what the fuck to get you. I wanted to get her some of my Bond No. 9 perfume because they have like 50 different scents. I feel like, I don't know, I could be off on that. But it's high-end, classy stuff. But then I started thinking, well, I love my Bond No. 9 perfume. I don't know if she's gonna love my Bond No. 9 perfume. I want to give her something she loves. But then again, it's like, you can only get it at Saks Fifth Avenue at the Fashion Show Mall in the whole state. It smells so good. It's such a high-end perfume. It just lasts forever. Quality, quality, quality all the way around. And it's just a taste of luxury. And I offer luxury service, so she deserves it. She's one of the reasons, one of the people who was on my vibration since way back before I knew what a vibration was. Angelica knows what Bond No. 9 is. And I just had another person call my phone. So every time it freezes up like that on YouTube, it's because I always broadcast from my phone on YouTube. My Facebook I do from my laptop. And yeah, my Google posts work. And the fact that I've been on Google forever works. And Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever, YouTube, I'm on everything. And so, because it's been persistent and consistent for so long, the phone rings all night long. If I ever want to do cheap nails, I can do them all damn day and all damn night. But I don't know how, so I can't. You feel me? I'm just like doing my thing my way, and the people that want it and want to pay, they will come in and they will pay to play all day. So I just, ooh, there you go. Focus on personal economy. Back to personal economy with that. On a real deal, because we were always on personal economy, but it got a little bit of business. Like personal economy says, oh God, where did it go? Bring it back. Tell the DJ bring it back. Hold on. Hold that thought. I was on track with something. It's coming back. Give me a minute. Let me think. What was I saying? Remind me. Oh my goodness. Somebody who's watching the replay of this in like a year and a half is going to be like, oh my God, where is this woman? I'm everywhere. That's the answer. I'm everywhere all the time at once. So that shit happens sometimes. Or it's not the time for it. Maybe it's some... Oh, okay. Whatever I was about to say needs to be said at the retreat. Got it. Whatever I was about to say right now is going to be said at the retreat. There's going to be more personal finance. So that's definitely something we're going to be talking about. Your own personal economy. But really, we just need to worry about the ones that want us, not the ones that don't. If they can't afford us, that's not your problem. I did not ask your financial status. I did not ask about your bank account or your bills. All you asked me was how much is it to get nails done. I answered the question. After that, like, do what you want to do. That has nothing to do with me. The people that are really supporting you, they will pay your full price. They'll be happy to pay your full price. They're going to bring you more people that pay your full price. They will talk about your business freely. People that want to charge you to talk about your business, they're only financially invested in you. And that's just purely money motivated. There's no energy in that. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's only money motivated. And I personally love when the energy is involved. When the energy is involved. And that's why this retreat is coming up, because y'all gave me the energy on it. So, okay, I will do the work and make it happen. And here we are. Why are you laughing, Sable? Sable put up the emoji with the laughing eyes that I talked about earlier. I love the way this thing works. I said I was going to see that emoji. Are you just trying to make me right again? Because, you know, I'm usually right, and it gets on people's nerves. You're usually right. But are you the type who knows that you're usually right? Or are you the type that loves to self-sabotage and self-doubt? Which one are you? And which one do you choose to be today? Because it's a choice every day. It's up to you. You can self-sabotage and talk yourself down, or you can let your body do what it needs to do and take your mind to church. Go find that high vibration and stay there. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Relive it. Find that moment that felt so damn good and go into that vibration and let that work on your finances for a minute. Learning to reserve my energy, promoting others and not getting the same support sucks. About people complaining about price. I do self-doubt at times. How do you deal with doubt when it creeps in? Ooh, I like the last one. Pam, thank you for that. Let's talk about yours. I really like yours. How do you deal with doubt when it creeps in? I'm going to write that down. How? Okay. So doubt. I deal with doubt in... See, I gave myself the understanding that doubt is always going to be a side effect of the ego. It comes... It's a side effect of the spiritual mind receiving something that the physical mind cannot compute, can't have no reference material for this. We have not read this, heard this, studied this. We have not gotten this before. This is so new. And so then the ego mind sends a freak out signal. Run for your safety. Do not go there. Do not pass go directly to jail. And that's exactly where the fuck you're going to spiritually end up, is in a jail if you always freak out every time you have a doubt. You will end up in a spiritual damn jail, because it'll stop you from doing everything your soul is pulling you towards. Because the download you got about that dream and that amazing idea, all you got to ask yourself is, what's the first step I would take if I knew sure I would succeed? And go there and do that over and over and over again. Just take the next step, one step at a time, until you find success. Because the success is there. You can have and do and be anything you want. The only thing that will stop that is the doubt. So how do I deal with it? I just consciously know that because I've never done the things that I'm doing now, I never did them before, my physical mind is having a fucking freak out. because of the fact that this is different. So there's a level of uncomfortability because of the unfamiliarity. It's just like sitting in a room full of strangers for the first time. How many people are 100% at ease when you're in a room full of strangers? Nobody really is. Perfect example is the guy that, hey Julia, a perfect example is riding in the elevator. Oh my God, do you know how weird it is riding in the elevator? Because so many people won't talk. You got 10 people standing in an elevator, at least 2 or 3, and it's complete silence. No, hey, how you doing today? None of that. Jellica, thank you. Jellica says I'm a spiritual counselor. Thank you. You can put whatever title you want. You know what I am? I'm Melinda, NailFanatic, Big Bad NF. You have to believe you deserve it. Absolutely. You have to believe you deserve it. You have to believe that you were born worthy. You were born deserving. There was nothing you had to do to be deserving or worthy. All you had to do was line up with the vibration of it. Literally, that's all you have to do for anything. Line up with the vibration of it. How can you, going back to the house, the move from the apartment to the house, how can you find the common, what are the common factors between what you want and what you have? How can you feel the common factors between point A and the next point on your list of where you're going to go, and know that they are evidence that you're already more there than you realized? Ooh, and I just heard, you know that any manifestation is 99% thought and 1% action. So don't run around making yourselves crazy. Do what's put in front of you to do. Go to your fucking job. I did not say quit your job. Go to your job until God says quit your job. And when it happens, you won't want to stay. There will be no bit of your bones that will allow you to stay, whether you have something lined up or not. It will be physically impossible for you to keep yourself there when it's time for you to move. Carol Thompson says she got the star because I'm a shining star. And so are you. Shining star. Let your light shine. Yay. Love it. This star also speaks to protection. It's just about lining up with the vibration of a thing. You were born worthy. You were born deserving. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to go through some special ceremony, class. Oh God, they love to teach you that you have to have a class. You must be certified in something. Jellica just called me a spiritual counselor, and I've never taken a class on that. You know what class I took? Life. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. And I don't even like that song. My God, but I was just given it to sing. And you know the hard knock life, the good thing about the hard knock life is when you've had all those knocks, you know what to do. You know where to go. You remember that, and you will experience, man, because sometimes you put yourself in a situation, you end up with a knock down, drag out with the universe. Why? Because you didn't hear. You didn't pay attention when you first got it. You ignored it, and you ignore it long enough, and it's really where you're supposed to go. That's where you get into your misery, your depression. That's where folks get into their suicide, because they're not following the path. And any of you who have been to a place of near suicide, obviously you didn't find success, otherwise you wouldn't be watching the video, right? It was because there was something on your heart and you just weren't following it. And as soon as you started following that, things started feeling better. As soon as you started to shift perspective a little bit, things started feeling better. But you had to face the facts of where you were. And again, I will say, sometimes when I speak, there are individuals, and nobody's ever told me this. Mind you, no one has ever told me this. But my empathic is the only definition that I get that is going to be able to correlate the meaning of it. Really what it is my divinity, my divine connection is allowing me to feel the uncomfortability, because people say, oh, you just have to be happy. Yeah, but sometimes if you're depressed, you've got to go through irritation and frustration and anger to get there. So Carol said the sun will come out tomorrow, and that's so true. But the sun can come out right now if you want it to. Does it have to take a long time to be successful? Do we have to put in 5 years until we have 100,000 people trying to go to a love, peace, and happiness retreat? I don't know. Shit happens moment by moment. And what we allow ourselves to line up with in our mind, we allow ourselves to line up in the physical body. And the cool part about it, it's about the intention. Like Carol says. Carol says it's about the intention. You're absolutely right. The cool part about it is, if you play the game, what was that? Have a thought and drop it like it's hot game, which means I'm so thankful and grateful for $1 million free and clear in an easy, happy way. I am so thankful and grateful for 150 people at the Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat. I am so thankful and grateful for the 10th annual Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat. I am so thankful and grateful for the 10 new celebrity clients that I got this year. I'm so happy and thankful for my grandson's happy smiles, and they're so healthy and they're so cute, and I love their faces, and their mommy too. And I'm so thankful and grateful for really long nails and hair. I'm so thankful and grateful for being a billionaire. I'm so thankful and grateful for walking up and finding $100 bills every day. I'm so thankful and grateful for all the fine meals that I eat with all those $100 bills that I find every day. I am so thankful for and grateful for my own personal maid. I am so thankful and grateful for my own butler. I am so thankful and grateful for my personal chef. I am so thankful and grateful for my personal gardener. I'm so thankful and grateful for my personal mechanic. Okay, if you didn't catch on to what I was doing, I was reaching for the first thing that popped into my head and just giving thanks and gratitude for it, because I wanted to have a thought and drop it like it's hot. You know what's really funny when you play that game? Sometimes shit pops in, and it doesn't have to be big things. And that's the one thing I would like to go back and edit out of this, but I don't edit shit. I'm just real with it. So, a pack of gum, a soda pop, a Bloody Mary, blunt. Hey, I can throw in anything. And it doesn't have to just be all the big stuff, but definitely do a mixture of, I'm so thankful and grateful for new polishes. I'm so thankful and grateful for lighters and cuticle nippers and bottles of water. I'm so thankful and grateful for bottles of water. I'm so thankful and grateful for notepads. I'm so thankful and grateful for pens. And then watch how the universe takes the things that slip through the cracks of resistance, and bam, there it is. So what's happening when you do the list so fast off the top of the mind like that, it's like Spitfire action. You ain't got time to dwell upon it or think about it too much, so there's no resistance. Because the thing about manifestation is sometimes we get so focused on what we want that we create a shitload of manifestation resistance. Because even though we think we're visualizing and we're manifesting and we're creating, we're more attentive to, I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. Where's it at? I don't have it yet. I am waiting to have it. I'm wanting it. I'm needing it. I don't have it yet. It's not here right now. So when you say that I'm so thankful and grateful for, and spill it out just as fast as you can, idea after an idea, you don't even know what's going to come in. Pam says, OMG, I'm so doing this right now. Because the thing of it is, it's like, not Tracy. Oh, God. I just said your name like 20 times. Oh, God. Okay. Anyway, she said, Carol. There it is. Carol. Forgive me. But Carol, yes, just like Carol said, it is the spirit of gratitude. The spirit of thank you brings it into the now. And we're only living now. This was something Sable and I were talking about, is the concept of now. You know, we're living now. Now is where your power is. Now is what matters. Now is where you do stuff. Look, who Julia said, I manifest my car and I got it. Thank God. Yes, you see? You just manifest. I know for a fact Shanita had a situation where she manifested literally a house full of furniture. Brand new furniture. She got to pick it out. She got to pick out brand new furniture for her whole house for free. And then had the problem of figuring out what to do with all the old furniture. There's one I love. I am so thankful and grateful now that my biggest problem is how to figure out what fun I'm going to create, what love and peace and happiness I'm going to create with all this money. Whew, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. That one I'm really feeling. Because that's exactly what my plans are. I do manifest money all the time. And that's why. Not only because I like nice things, but because the money allows me to leave more love, peace, and happiness in my wake. My carbon footprint will read, Melinda, NailFanatic, left love, peace, and happiness in her wake as her carbon footprint. Yeah, baby. But money allows for that. A bad man with a lot of money can do a whole lot of bad. And this woman with the golden heart who loves you all so much can do a whole lot with a whole lot of money. I can do a whole lot of good. I've got a book full of ideas that had come while I was sleeping, while I was in reading cards, while I was in prayer, while I was in crying, while I was in the shower, while I was cooking, of different things that I can do that would create love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness in this world. And so little by little, I do whatever is in front of me to do now, and I keep doing what I know works until the opportunity arises. And thank you all for, again, showing me that the opportunity is now with the Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat that we're doing. I'm so excited. If we're having this much fun on YouTube while I'm doing my nails, how much fun do you think we're going to have in a Vegas hotel? Yes. Oh my God. Oh, that sounded highly sexual. I mean, it's so damn good. It feels like an orgasm, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Anybody feeling orgasmic about this? I mean, seriously, we make shit way more complicated than it needs to be, and we don't have to. And I had to figure out how I was doing it. Like, seriously, okay, understand one thing. I can only tell you from my experience and from my downloads and all of that stuff, you know. I got to this place where I receive like I do, and I am who I am, and I manifest like I do because I wasn't. And I was brought here, and I had to learn from experience and sensing the vibration, and either when I used to ignore it a lot because I was full of doubt, or learning that every time I ignored it, you know, I just wished I hadn't. Ended up in a situation, ended up in jail, ended up broke, ended up hurt, ended up sad, ended up missing things. Not missing. I never ended up missing, my God. I ended up missing some things, but there's no loss in the divine mind. Anything that's taken from you when you figure this out is always given back in multiple. But like I say, this retreat is gonna be fire. Dun, 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 fire. Yes, it is, honey. All right. Oh my goodness. I am so not done yet with my nails. I still have 3 more to file. I've been doing this forever, and every time it feels like so much work. But this whole energy in this whole talk is doing the work brings the pleasure. If I do this work right here, in a little while here, my nails are gonna be fire. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not, I know. Look, I hope y'all laughing with me because I can feel it. I can feel the vibration of it. And that really tripped me the hell out when the man said ants have no ears. They find their way by vibration. They let their senses guide them. They release pheromones. They smell the pheromones, and that allows them to smell the trail of where they've been or where the other ant was. Now, here's the cold part. You want to make sure you're finding the right trail, though, because there's also this thing that they call the circle of death. It's an ant circle. At some point, it happens where ants will get on a path that's circular, and whoever was laying in the path just kept going around and around in a circle. So all of the other ants start going around and around in a circle, and they literally, this guy was like, they will walk themselves in a circle till they die. Whoa. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. So what journey will you take? Will you follow the ants who are going around and around in this monotonous circle of work, school, death? School, work, death. School, work, death. School, work, death. School, work, death. Build another man's dreams and die. School, work, death. School, work, death. Build another man's dreams and die. Or will you follow a different journey with somebody who has been that lone ant who took a long ass trek to places that those other ants never even saw? Choose your path wisely. You can get the scent of it, just like the ants can get the scent of the pheromones and they follow. You can get the scent of it. You get the idea of where you're seeing this. Oh, yes. All the best speakers say, one of the first things they say about finding a coach is this. You want to find a coach who's done what you've done, or what you want to do. There we go. Who's done what you want to accomplish. Okay. Got it right that time. You want to find yourself a coach who's done what you want to accomplish. And I've heard people say, there's plenty of people who have written books about making money and they ain't made no money. There's plenty of people who talk about doing this and that, and the only dream they ever did of this and that was making you pay for the information they're giving. Well, anybody who chooses to allow me to be, okay, how do I want to phrase this? Okay, anybody who chooses to allow themselves to listen to the words coming out of my mouth and they're having change in their life, understand that I was just a regular Joe Schmo. I was always a regular Joe Schmo, and I will always be a regular Joe Schmo. I grew up in the hood, in poverty. But what I did was, I took my passion and I built a business. And now I've been in my own location for 9 years. I've been in this industry for 10. I only did 1 year in someone else's businesses. While I was doing that, and prior to even doing that, I took myself, a little girl at 15.5 years old, who watched my father burn to death in front of all my high school friends in my sophomore year. Yeah, that was tough. And came from all kinds of crazy stuff. I'll tell more about my story at the retreat, but and I allowed myself to be someone who came to be so solution oriented. I always called myself a shortcut person, that I found several shortcuts for my own self, that I empowered myself. And through empowering myself, I was brought to this place to empower you. So I am saying right now, don't worry about the destination so much as you do what journey are you on. Are you on the journey of the monotonous circle of death? Because literally, apparently these ants will end up like trampling each other, walking on top of each other, and they will all end up in a ant circle. Check it out on YouTube. And they'll just walk there until they die because they don't have no eyes, or they can't see that good, or they don't have, their hive mind is so, I don't know what it is. Maybe you can tell me. Their hive mind is so focused on where their pheromone path is, their instinct is to follow that pheromone path. But you're not an ant. You have ant-like qualities, but you're not an ant. You do have free will. Be wiser than the ant with your choice to take and to make. Will I follow the monotonous circle? Will I gauge my teacher only by the amount of financial bank account they can claim, or will I follow my teacher, the person that I choose to allow to speak for me and teach me, because they've been in an emotional state that I was in and they've healed themselves? And I feel this is crazy because my ego mind sounds like I'm making a fucking pitch to be the president of the United States or something. But my spiritual mind is saying, don't let that egotistical motherfucker make you close your mouth. You better say these words right here because I'm giving you this information loud and clear, and I'm like saying it. So whatever, it is what it is. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, I ain't talking to you. If you love it, you love it. Oh. If you don't, I'm still talking to you. Okay, correction. If you don't, I'm still talking to you. Whether you love it or not. And it's just like my client said on her nails. I really fucking love that. That was so dope. She posted it on my Twitter, @NailFads. She said, the only thing my nail lady gonna sugarcoat for you is the nails. And she's so right. Because I mean, that actually was the prelude to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. At some point, I realized that I was already life coaching every one of my clients. Every time somebody would come in, I would share my experiences and my stories and my life to try to help them see what their perspective was closed to prior to that conversation. And so, you know, then I got into the tarot and all that stuff, and speaking to people and start making videos telling people stuff, because listeners gotta start talking to me saying, get on YouTube, make this video live right now. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Makeup on today? Oh yay. Oh no, not today. Okay, we're still making the video because the words are more important than the makeup. I look good either way. I got my mama's face, so y'all can't really tell me nothing. Love you though. I hope you feel the same way about your face. So what else is there to say? I mean, I'm not done with my nails yet. Do you all want to keep this going? It's an hour and a half into this video. Should I keep talking? Y'all ready to go to sleep? It's 4 a.m. for... Lee, what time is it now? Is it 5 a.m. in the UK for you, my dear? Did we make it to 5 a.m.? I have no concept of time right now because I'm at my studio. I don't have a Wi-Fi connection in my studio yet. It's not that important. I just usually play the music off of my phone, but I'm live streaming. It's 5:30 for Lee. Lee, are you always up at this time? Or do we just have the honor? Carol says, I've been going back and forth about starting a YouTube channel. What do you think that means when you're going back and forth? I mean, what is that, you know? Why the back and forthness of it? What is the fear? Oh, let me put it this way. Lisa, she's always up at 4:30 a.m. and Sable said, keep talking. Yeah. Carol Thompson says it's 12:30 here. Girl, are you on Pacific time? Is it 12:30 here too? Because I don't even know what time it is where I'm at. Drake Prunty says it's 9:30 p.m. here. Drake, it's nice to have you on our channel. If I told my daughter that Drake was on my channel, she'd be like, oh my God, I'm gonna marry him. My baby daddy. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways. What was I gonna say? I was totally gonna say something and then I got silly. Get silly. Get silly. What's that song? It's an old rap song. And Dominic used to dance to that song. It was so Philly. So Philly. So funny. Oh my God. Philly, Sable, Philly just came out of my mouth. Talk about dream interpretation. Ooh-wee, dream interpretation. That's an interesting one because first off, you have to determine if it is going to be a dream or was it a vision, because that was a phone call that went to voicemail. I'm back again. Sometimes you have visions as you're falling asleep and you might think that they're dreams. First off, determine whether or not it was a vision or a dream. Whenever you're having it, I would say, tell yourself, I will remember this and every detail possible that is important to me when I wake up. Even if it's falling asleep or during the sleep, whenever it is. The reason I say you want to pay attention to whether it is during your almost asleep time and it's a vision or your sleeping time and it's a dream. It's all coming from love source God, but I feel like The awareness that it happened while you were actually still awake makes it so much more profound for you, because it means you slipped up enough and relaxed your mind enough to really see and hear what the vibration is Lustrous God was trying to connect you to. I feel that when I've had visions, which is the pre-sleeping vision that I've had a few of, one in particular always comes to mind. It was very much so a sign of what was happening to me and what I was doing. Lee says she keeps getting some pretty spot-on dreams that come true. Well, I believe you, and a lot of people do. Some people dream symbolically and some people dream literally. A lot of people dream symbolically, and a lot of people have a hard time translating the symbolism of their dreams. But some people actually dream literally, and things happen literally in their dreams. It's all about your level of awareness and willingness to receive the download. Okay, because now I'm being reminded of the time where I, in this very studio, got to dance with my father's energy, the energy of my father, through Love Source God, which is all things, because that's what my father really is now, but yet and still, he still exists, completely autonomous, yet connected all at once. And how I was asked several times, are you okay with this? Are you sure you're okay with this? And I said, yeah, I'm ready for this. I've been waiting for a long time. And literally I heard, well, we could have did this a long time ago, but I didn't want to scare you. And it wasn't until a couple of years after that happened, which was just last year, 2017, that I received a download about that said that was because the first time Love Source God tried to talk to me directly, it scared the shit out of me. And the second time Love Source God tried to talk to me, it scared the shit out of me, and they say the third time's a charm. But we were talking about dreaming, and Lee asked the question, what is lucid dreaming? And lucid dreaming is being able to control your mind intentionally and deliberately during the dream. So being able to walk and talk in the dream. And you know what? I can't say factually what a lucid dream is. I get the feeling that during our dream states, we can access other realities, other probabilities. The Hierophant, that's the Taurus card, that's the teacher card. Yeah, yeah. I get the energy that lucid dreaming is a spiritual plane that we're accessing. I know people who dream and they get in a fight in their dream and they wake up and they have the bruises on their body for real. I feel that it's a spiritual plane, and maybe it's something more. Maybe there's always more to learn. So I'm open to somebody who feels like they have more truth on it. But I definitely believe myself at this time believes and feels. I don't have anything to back it up. Just my intuition. You know, so there's no cannot compute. This is all cannot compute shit, you know. That is a spiritual reality in which we are trained, guided, shown, taught spiritually to prepare for this physical life, because there's always this spiritual, the greater part of us self, which is spiritual. Carol says 4th dimension. Maybe it's the 10th dimension. How do we know? I always remember my baby girl came to me in my dream months before I found out I was pregnant. She was preparing her heart for that, huh? That's awesome. I love it. That baby is special, Lee. Your baby is special, girl. But all babies are special, but there's something profound about your baby. Something she's going to teach or do or be is very important in this journey as part of the collective. Kim's gonna have a baby like that too. And my grandsons, I don't know what they gonna do. Quentin probably gonna sing or scream at the top of his lungs. Maybe he'll be the next guy to say, let's rumble, because that boy got the fucking lungs on him. Maybe he'll just do that for boxing matches. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. What do we talk about next? We were talking about dreams. In your dreams, you want to take note of faces of anybody that you know. It was so awesome. In one of my dreams, I went to a baile with my grandma and all her like sisters and brothers and everybody, and there was this person in the corner with dreads, and I got a good look at his face, and he was just staring at me and watching me from everywhere. And it was not anybody that I knew, and he was just sitting back watching me. It was really interesting, but he had dreads. He was kind of dark skinned, and I just remember that wherever we were at this baile, it was like an old New Mexico adobe type environment, dirt. It was a mini truck in my dream. It was a blue mini truck, and now I'm remembering that it was my dad's blue mini truck. That's dope. Did not see dad there. Grandma danced. Grandma had a cocktail. And there was something about the lavatory that was not working. So I got the idea there was some shit that wasn't going down that needed to go down. And apparently, that might have been the kids I'm now receiving. This is awesome that we're having this conversation. Fred, though, Fred was a vision. Fred was not a dream. I was completely awake when the tortoise came to me. He came from underneath my kidney bean coffee table. And he walked out and he looked up at me. And in my vision, I was sitting in the living room of the apartment that I was actually living in then. But the futon that was sitting in the house living room, in my vision, was the same futon that was sitting in the studio. And Fred did live in the studio for a while. Now he's back in my room. So I don't know. But Fred came to me in a vision, and then months later, I'm shopping at the store, and there he is sitting on the shelf. And I was in the lack and limitation, but I was starting to break that cycle for myself at that time. So when it came down to, but I only have this much money in my purse, and then I said to myself, I don't care how much it costs, I have to have it. I went to the register, I had enough to buy Fred, and that was one of the first steps I took for myself in raising my financial vibration, knowing that the universe would always make sure that I had everything I needed for everything I needed. And then I started playing games, the games that I've shared with you guys. And when I saw Fred at the store, I was like floored, because I'm like, he's even in the same position from my vision. This is freaking crazy. I did not worry about the bills. I mean, I'm not going to lie. They crossed by the side of my mind. Did I focus there? Hell no. All I could see was Fred. And I had to have him. And then the peacocks came into my life just recently. And you all probably remember that, because it was very recent. Yeah, I got my shape on point again. Loving it. Yes. Fierce. Baby, fierce. That was buying my good tarot cards. Oh, that's how the good tarot cards came up for you, huh? You just knew you had to have it. Love it. They were like that for me too. So funny enough, good tarot cards. I don't know when they were made, but back when I bought my Mother Piece deck, I was like having a hard time picking out what deck I wanted to get, because it's like Dungeons and Dragons tarot, Witches tarot, Death tarot. I'm like, what the fuck is with all these tarot cards being all about some crazy shit? Can't we just have like the good tarot or something? I had forgotten all about that stuff until after I already had my good tarot deck for at least a couple months, and then all of a sudden, Lester's God took me back and reminded me of what I said that day when I bought my Mother Piece tarot cards. You speak it out, you can bring it about, even if somebody else has to manufacture it and release it on the market. It'll be available to you. And when you see that, you better go buy it, because it was made for you. And if you know that, then don't worry about the money and where it's coming from, honey. Just go circulate the money to pick up what was put down for you. And sometimes you ain't even going to have to put no money on it. Because just like my sign outside my shop, and that man walked up to me and said, you can have it if you want it. And I was like, yeah, but did you make it? And he was like, no, you can have it if you want it. I'm like, but who made it? Yes, I want it. Who made it, though? I don't know. Oh God, I was done. I was like, okay, it's time to go paint this shit and slap it up in front of my shop. I was just talking a couple months ago about how I didn't have an appropriate shop. I was already in my studio for so long. Tried to come up with an idea to design a shop sign because everything is custom in here, so the sign need to be custom too. But what the hell would the sign look like? Well, apparently it would look just like the inside of the shop because the sign that man had looked just like the inside of the shop. So now it's hanging outside the shop. I love it. Absolutely love it. You can really manifest anything. It's just about how much resistance you have. That's why the have the thought and drop it like it's hot game is really good, because it's easy to put too much concern and importance upon the manifestation of a desire if we do too much of it. It's got to be lighthearted. If there's any longing, if there's any missing, if there's any lack and limitation in your vibration while you're looking at it, all you're doing is holding it off. Because there are two ends of the spectrum, just like love and hate. It's all on one line. It's all on one line of emotion, love and hate. And there's a place that you cross, and it's jealousy, envy, and insecurity when you go to hate. And if you're looking through that filter of jealousy, envy, and insecurity, you can't see the love. All you can see is the hate. But from the love side, you understand that. When you get in touch with that love vibration, you understand that it's a thin line between love and hate. And the name of that line is jealousy, envy, and insecurity. It's a thin line. No stinking thinking. Woo, yes, no stinking thinking is right. Why think stinking when you can think positively in vibration and success and blessed? And really, you don't even have to think about what you want, because as soon as you experienced what you didn't want, your eBay order was placed with the universe. That shit was on the way. The only reason you don't have it today is because you don't believe that order was good. You did not believe that it was possible. And you know what happens? If you can get into the vibration of possibility and how all things are possible and all things are available to you, from that place you'll find all the things that are possible and all the things that are available to you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Melinda, your everything is always working out for me is working for me. I love to hear that. I'd love to have you come to Vegas. Will you be coming to Vegas, Carol, for the retreat? Because I would love to have you come to Vegas and give us a brief story about how that has become your truth. How everything is always working out for you is working for you. And the experiences that it brought you. I would love to have you on the list. Anybody that wants to share their stuff, please put it up and an email to me, send it to me, let me know. But you got to be able to make it to the retreat. I'm going to use folks that's coming to the retreat, obviously, because if you're not here, you can't be here. Yeah. I just heard George Lopez say dun dun dun. Was it George Lopez that says that? Who says dun dun dun? Oh no, it's somebody else. It's not George Lopez. Shoot, what's his name? Chris? Oh, maybe it's not Chris. I don't know. Don't mind me. I know my name. I know some of your names. That's doing really good in my book. Oh my goodness. Okay. I work on Vegas. I have 2 ATL trips in the next few months. Okay. Well, girl, if you want to be here, you already know it's done. Fluffy. No, Fluffy doesn't say dun-dun-dun. It's the other guy who talks a lot of stuff. Carlos Mencia. Carlos Mencia says dun-dun-dun. How dope would that be if Carlos Mencia showed up to the Love, Peace, and Happiness Retreat 2018? Yeah. All right. My goodness, guys, I am done with this. You guys are going to have to tune in tomorrow to see how I design them and what I do to refine them, because the actual acrylic part is finally done. Now it's for polishing and all that. So I am going to go ahead and close down this lengthy conversation. Thank you for joining and participating, to all of you who did. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I feel like I should do this more often, and I think I will. I don't know when it's going to be, but make sure you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you'll know. Okay, guys, I love you. LPHtarot.com. That's LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time. I enjoyed it truly. Thank you. I'm glad you ladies enjoyed it.